This is topic D on page 134, inserting an ancillary table.
By including a table of contents and an index, you make looking up content in the document easier, especially when it's printed. Other reference lists are ancillary tables, such as a table of figures and a table of authorities. Word makes it easy to generate ancillary tables. Adding a table of figures to a lengthy document is another way to help the reader find specific information quickly. To avoid readers having to scroll or page through the printed copy, an ancillary table provides a list of references and their corresponding page numbers. Two common ancillary tables in long reports and other documents are a table of figures and a table of authorities. A table of figures is a list of captions associated with pictures, graphics, and other illustrations with their corresponding page numbers. A table of authorities is a list of references in a legal document with their page numbers. This list can be separated by the type of reference, such as cases, rules, and statutes. So first, in this video, we're going to take a look at the table of figures dialog box. You use the table of figures dialog box to create a table of figures, equations, or tables. Only text to which you have applied the caption style is included in the table. So it's important to have different objects in your document that have captions applied to them first of all. So here I just have an empty example table. And to insert a caption to this, I want to click anywhere into my table, and I would go up to my References tab, and here in my Captions command group, I have the Insert Caption command. In this caption dialog box, you want to choose what label you're putting on your object. You have the option of equation, figure, or table. So obviously this would be table. A picture would have the label of figure, and a mathematical equation would obviously have the label of equation. So I'm going to choose the label of table, and it will automatically give the caption a number, depending on what order it's coming in your document. So obviously this is our first one, so it gives it the name of Table 1. You can have the option to position your caption above or below the selected item. So I'm going to position mine below, and then you have the checkbox to choose whether or not to exclude the label from the caption. So if I check this off, it's just going to have the number 1. Obviously up here I want to put additional caption text. So we'll just do house salvage locations table. And I'm going to include that table, the label for table as well. So the caption is going to read Table 1, House Salvage Locations Table. I click OK, and now I have the caption for that. Now I have an additional picture that I inserted for furniture. I can add a caption to this as well. So I'm going to select the image, go up to my References tab, Insert Caption. This one label is going to be a figure. So you can see, since it's not a table, it doesn't do Table 2. It'll go back to Figure 1. And we'll label this, if you recognize this, this is the Simpsons couch. Well, I can't type today. Simpsons couch, and we'll choose to position this one above the selected item. Click OK. And you can see we get our caption now. It's a little larger. So now that we have different objects in our document with captions, now we can create a table of figures and a table of tables. So this is pretty much like an index of your different objects in your document. So I'm going to go to the end after my index here. I'm going to create a new page, and I'll make the heading here Table of Figures first. And I'm going to put my cursor beneath that. I'm going to go up to my References tab, in my captions command group and select Insert Table of Figures. Again, very similar here. Your preview, you can choose to show page numbers, choose to right align those. If you want a tab leader, you can specify. Then you can choose a format. We'll do, I don't like that one. We'll do formal. And then you want to choose which caption label that you're going to be displaying your list of here. So obviously, just what we had our caption choices before. Are we listing our caption equations, figures, or tables? So our table of figures is going to be figure. I'm going to click OK here. And it tells me the one figure that I have captioned off in my document is, and I spelled the Simpsons wrong, is the Simpsons couch. And that is displayed on page 3. Now, this is good for printed documents. The good thing about electronic Word documents, if I hover over this, the screen tip tells me that I can hold down my control key and click on this, and it automatically navigates me to that figure. All right, and we can do the same thing for any listings of tables in our document. So I'm going to do Control End to bring me to the end of my document here. I'm going to make another heading. We're going to do Table of Tables. So this is a listing of all tables that will be in our document that are captioned. So I still go back up to Insert Table of Figures, only this time I choose the caption label of Table. Choose, your setup again, how you want it to be formatted. Click OK. Tells me I have one table, Table 1 House Salvage Locations table, and that's located on page 2. Again, for electronic documents, I can control and click on this, automatically navigates me there. So it's great for navigation purposes in your electronic copies, and it's good just for reference of page numbers in your printed copies.
Your next video will be Activity 6.4 on page 136.